Fans of Duggar news have witnessed the Duggar family disintegrate over time. They were a well-liked and well-respected family at start. However, everything quickly changed as Josh Duggar's scandals gained attention and the Shiny Happy People documentary was released. A few family members also voiced their opinions over the bad practices carried out within the family. Jeremy Vuolo, Jinger Duggar's spouse, and she have always been honest about their viewpoints. They have often assumed responsibility for criticizing the family and its harmful teachings. Unfortunately, it has happened again in the same fashion. While listening to a Christian podcast, Jeremy found himself criticizing his father-in-law, Jim Bob Duggar. For what reason did he do that? Even though Jinger and Jeremy have publicly criticized the former for having a difficult upbringing, they remain devout Christians. Fans of Duggar news need to be aware of the ways in which Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar brought up their children in accordance with the guidelines set forth by the non-denominational Christian fundamentalist group known as the Institute in Basic Life Principles, or IBLP. Even though the Duggar news couple has rejected its doctrine, they have highlighted how their personal beliefs diverge from its. For example, Jeremy Vuolo joined Costi Hinn's Christian podcast, For the Gospel. In it he criticized the legalism. This phrase investigates the notion that salvation is contingent upon rule compliance rather than devout behavior. Jeremy isn't on board with this. Legalism, he claimed, distorts the nature of God by teaching people that happiness is contingent upon abiding by a particular set of rules. You will receive this if you follow this. He so referred to the doctrine and religion as being rather devilish. According to Jeremy, the foundation of all of God's laws for humans is love. In the episode, Jeremy didn't actually mention any names. However, it immediately brought to mind Jim Bob Duggar and how the Shiny Happy People documentary had criticized him for adhering to the legalism-focused teachings of Bill Gothard. Although Jeremy publicly expressed his views on the aspects of religion that he believes to be poisonous, viewers of Duggar news have been wondering how Jim Bob and Michelle will respond to this. His wife Jinger has previously acknowledged that there were issues between her and her parents. She acknowledged that she had a difficult upbringing and suffered all through. Jinger expressed her gratitude particularly towards her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. She acknowledged that everything wasn't perfect between them and that they had disagreements. But in the end her parents are aware of her affection for them. Jim Bob and Michelle have not yet publicly chastised any of their children, Jinger included. They survive by not making statements, particularly when their show was cancelled.